Welcome back to the Success Publishing videocast. My name is Jessica Soto, and I am so excited to bring to you one of our amazing co-authors, Alden Porter III. He is one of our best-selling authors, and we just love interviewing these guys because we want to shine a light on their work and the amazing stories that they have. So welcome, Alden.
Thanks, Jessica. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, and Alden is one of our co-authors from Unwavering Success, which you can find on Amazon. So Alden, can you tell us just like the cliff notes on who you are, where you are in the world?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm joining you from my home office in Garden City. We're in Southeast Michigan in the United States. I'm a Christian guy. I've been married 36 years at the end of the month to my better half, Ginger. We have three adult children and one 9-year-old grandson. I retired from an IT career from a major corporation about 3 years ago.
Cool. Well, congratulations. You said 36 years
Yes, ma'am.
coming up. That's awesome. That I know you talked about determination and continuing in your chapter, and that definitely is a testament to that. And then since you have recently become an author, I know you got that book with your face on it. Can you show it off and tell us?
Oh, I'd be so happy to. Check it out. How
Yeah.
exciting is that? I don't know if you can see my face, but that's not important. What's
Oh,
important is the
yeah.
book.
So how did it feel to get a book with your face on it in the mail?
Surreal. I
Yeah.
mean, it's unreal. At my book launch party, a friend of mine, nearly 30 years, says, I think it's so cool to know someone that's published author. He says, but Alden? I mean, that kind of sums it up. I never imagined that I
Yeah.
would do something like this. So
Yeah,
cool.
anybody can. And I know your chapter is titled, what is it? My American Dream.
Yes.
And that's part of the American dream is being able to be, an authority figure like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So can we dive a little more into your story, kind of give the background on who you are and what brought you to becoming an author?
Absolutely. So when I retired as an IT leader from a Fortune 10 company just over 3 years ago, I was looking around for what to do. Quite honestly, I hung out around the house for a few months, and then my lovely better half, Ginger, suggested that, being around 24/7, maybe she wasn't ready for that yet.
Uh,
And quite honestly, I wasn't ready to sit around. Now, I love watching old TV shows, I love playing video games, and I love to read. But I am not ready to sit around and do that the rest of my life yet,
mhm.
right? So I did a real deep dive investigation on what I wanted to do next. Um, it turns out that I could indulge sort of a passion of my life, which is helping others, and get into business. And so I've launched a couple of different businesses. One is I'm a financial coach, and that's a focus of my story in Unwavering Success is
Mhm.
about money, right? But I'm also a small business advisor to small and medium business owners. Um, you know, my whole working career, everyone knew me as an IT guy, and I was looking for a way to kind of break through that. Right now, an IT guy, small business advisor, yeah, that might fly, but definitely not a financial coach, right? I mean, you don't think of your IT guy as being a numbers guy, right? And so I thought becoming a published author on this topic would be an absolutely great way for people to know that I actually have a new skill set, that I'm available, eager, and ready to share. And
Yeah.
it's actually proven to do that.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I know you talk a lot about the struggles that you had in your financial journey, like kind of the ups and downs and what that looked like before and now what it looks like for you. I don't want you to give away the story, but can you kind of explain just what that struggle looked like for you that's brought you to where you are now?
Sure. So I will share a little tidbit of the story. Some people joining us might remember the days when there were paper boys. They call them paper boys for a reason, because there's like 10, 11, 12-year olds, right? Like me at the time, who had a bicycle and the papers were dropped off at our house and we delivered them around the neighborhood. Um, we collected the money every week for the newspaper subscriptions, and it was generally cash, right? And I think I maybe was about 11 years old, and I got the bright idea that I would take all the cash I collected and go to the arcade and play pinball till it was all gone. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I was 11 years old. It's like, oh, Anyway, my parents were not happy with me, as you might imagine. They had to pay the money back, of course. And that's the first time I realized that money could have a big impact on other people's lives,
Yeah.
right? And then my journey with money, I mean, I'm an Eagle Scout. I got my personal management merit badge. I actually supported a corporate finance IT organization for 6.5 of my career, 6.5 years of my career at that major corporation. And yet I still didn't know how to manage my money, right? And so part of that is in the chapter, right? And I just want people to realize that, I'm nothing special, really. I'm not. And that if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
What is it? We'll talk about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I really loved it. And I definitely, I felt simpatico with you because I've been through that kind of a journey too, understanding, hey, anybody can anybody making any sort of money can make this happen. So I loved reading that and saying, yeah, exactly. That's what I went through too.
Cool.
Um, so what is it that you hope readers get out of the story? Like, what do you want them to finish the chapter feeling?
You know, really, I think I might even say this in writing. Don't quit. I
Hmm.
mean, so many people quit on so many different things. It's been my experience, and I've been around the planet a few years now, right? And it's been my experience that anything really of value, you got to work for. I
Hmm.
mean, it's a cliche, yes, but most of the time, if something's free, it's no good. Now, that's not necessarily true with some of the things I offer these days, but I'm in a stage of life where I'm more interested in helping people than like burning up the dollars, right? And so I want people to understand two things. One is that I have now added additional skill set to my skill set that I can help people. I'm not just an IT guy anymore. And, I was more than that before, but as a service to offer others, right? And then I'm hoping that, like you said, Jessica, people can kind of resonate with what you do. Yeah, I'm so tempted to share the things from the book, but I won't,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, it's just, if I can make it, anybody can make it. That's what unwavering success is all about, right? I
Mhm.
mean, don't give up. And I do a lot of coaching now to younger people. I'm an older dude now, and I do a lot of coaching to younger people, and that's one of the things I stress a lot. And my 9-year-old grandson, same thing. Kids have a tendency to give up. I'm like, no, you can't give
Uh-huh.
up. So I'm a new guy, career-wise, and don't give up.
Yeah, I love that. And I like that you gave the shout out to your mom about, instilling that in you.
Yeah,
Um, I love that. I have a 9-year-old daughter and I'm constantly like, hey, you see how I keep going and I keep, I might fall down here and then you get up again. This is that's what
perfect.
we do.
Yep.
Um, so I know that you said, you want to be able, you're using being an author and this authority figure to show, hey, I'm not just the IT guy. Like I really know my stuff on this. But why was like right now the time to step into your power? What gave you that little push?
What I have learned in my financial coaching career is that the vast majority of us in this country, the richest country in the world, we do not understand how money works. So
Mhm.
I'm actually on a mission. And my mission is to teach anyone who's willing to listen to me. I will teach them how money works, right? Things that rich people teach their kids. It works for everyone, whether you're rich or not. We just never knew.
Mhm.
Like, I retired from a major corporation. I was blessed to have a pension, and I did what everyone does when they select their pension. But I didn't know what I know now. And I could have done a lot better. I didn't do anything wrong, but I could have done a lot better, right? And then I get I get heartbroken when like there's a tragedy in someone's life and they have to beg, borrow, and steal money
Mhm.
and go on GoFundMe and hold church fundraisers and fundraisers at the bar, whatever it is, right? And that just breaks my heart because it doesn't have to be that way. A little bit of knowledge that you can get from a guy like me, and I don't charge for sharing my knowledge, right?
Mhm.
Can make a world of difference. And so that's my mission. I want to help people live their life to full abundance. And the couple of things I can teach them are good steps to that path.
That's awesome. And then what has stepping into this identity as an author now changed how you feel about yourself?
Oh, well, anyone that knows me is, I'm a legend in my own mind. It's
Awesome.
true, Jessica. When I was younger, I came off as cocky and arrogant. It was really just a lot of self confidence. So I've never really struggled with that. What I really love is the the fact that someone's actually interested in my story, right? I mean, and that some people that know me really well say I don't really need more of an ego boost. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. That's true. And this is a bit of an ego boost, but more than that, it's like humbling. Like, I'm not really anybody. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, and I'm not putting myself down in any way. But I'm just a regular guy like everyone else. And to have this opportunity, which not only coincides with becoming an author, but gives me the ability to spread the message that I can help and I want to help anybody that's willing to take the help. It's just been extreme. I don't know. I'm over the top about it, Jessica. It's really amazing. I'll hand a copy to my book to somebody and they're like, oh, you're on the cover. I'm like, yeah, isn't that cool? It's just, it, I've never been shy, but now I've had something in my hand I can give someone when I'm, not being shy.
Yeah, like tangible they can get. That's awesome. What was the best surprise that came out of all of this?
Well, I had a couple of them. So one of them was how relatively easy it was, thanks to Success Publishing, to become a published author. I mean, it was laid out great. It was laid out amazing. It was really, really straightforward. In fact, I'll probably be getting other people to get engaged in this because I know some people with some great stories, right?
Yeah,
And it was just, I mean, it was a breeze. I don't want to oversimplify it, but it was really a breeze. So that was one surprise because I thought, becoming an author would be much more difficult than it turned out to be. And that's thanks to the great publishing team I had behind me, right? And then I continually am amazed, surprised, delighted, and humbled when their face just lights up when they learn that I'm a best-selling author,
yeah,
right? And what I do for work these days is I meet new people, all the time. And so when I could put this kind of stuff out, it just gives me another level of credibility. I come in with some credibility to begin with, or they wouldn't be talking to me. But then to take it up a notch is just amazing. And, it also helped the people who wrote testimonials for me in the book also shared a story about me at my book launch. And it was just, I was surprised that they were willing to do that. I guess I shouldn't have been, right? They wrote the testimonials. But nonetheless, so the whole thing is just like, it's just been like a glorious ride, right? It's like you keep just climbing up to the top of the mountain, I don't think I've reached the top of the mountain yet.
that's
And I don't see
awesome.
the downside. Okay, all right, I'm overzealous, overexcited about it, but that's the way I feel.
Great. I love it. Um, yeah, but I love hearing that. I love that I know you breezed through it because if you've got the story and you've got the excitement and you're ready to go, you just do it and then it gets done. Like you're determined to do it. And then I love hearing that you're getting this like outpouring of love and it just keeps climbing. That's
Yeah,
great.
it's amazing.
And then my last question for you is what's next for Alden?
Oh my goodness. So I am just doing a lot of things to let people know that I can help as a financial coach and I can help as a small business advisor.
Mhm.
And so, since I'm technically retired, I only do these things kind of part time, which is almost as much as I was doing when I was at the corporation, right?
Mhm.
And that I put in way more than 40 hours a week is my point. But I love what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep doing what I love doing. So when I started my business, my initial plan was to, stop working when I reached a certain age. But now I love so much what I'm doing, both on the small business side and the financial coaching side. I'm probably going to cut back as I get up there in years, but I don't think I'm ever going to stop because I get a thrill out of helping people get that education and then watch them apply it. It's just
Yeah.
amazing to me.
Yeah.
I really feel that's part of the reason, part of my mission on the planet now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's so many of our authors are like that. I know I'm like that, getting to use our knowledge to help someone else. That's then going to go multiply and help more people. That's what it's all about.
Well, and that's what success publishing is all about, right? Is to find people like us who have that kind of heart and get our message out there. And man, what an amazing experience.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. It was
Oh, thanks
great
for
chatting with
asking.
you. And then again, you can find Alden on Amazon, Unwavering Success with Alden Porter III. And thanks, Alden.
Thanks. See ya.